Yesterday, Kate Middleton, Prince William and their 2 children made a grand entrance at Wimbledon. As they graced the green turf, the crowd's reaction was a spectacle in itself. From the casual onlookers to the die-hard tennis fans, every person there had a response, and let's just say, they were as varied as the colours of a Wimbledon outfit. To begin with, there was a section of the crowd that seemed, well, less than thrilled. The word disgusted might seem strong, but it certainly encapsulates the essence of their expressions. It was as if they had been served a double fault in a crucial game, not the warmest welcome for the Duchess of Cambridge and her family. Then there were those who remained seated. They didn't rise to their feet as the royal family made their way to their seats. Was it a sign of protest, or were they just not bothered? The jury is still out on that one. But one thing is clear, the arrival of the royals did not disrupt their conversations or their Pimm's sipping. And let's not forget about the clubbers, those who were so engrossed in their own world that the arrival of the royals seemed like a mere backdrop. The thump of the music in their ears drowned out the buzz around the royal presence. For them, the royal duo was just another pair in the crowd. Finally, when the players walked onto the court, the very same crowd that seemed indifferent or even annoyed at the royal arrival stood up to applaud. The roar of the crowd was deafening. The contrast was stark, and it spoke volumes about the general sentiment towards the royals. The reactions were mixed, the responses varied, but one common thread seemed to weave through the crowd. A sense of fatigue, a tiredness of the royal duo. The charm, the allure, the fascination that once surrounded William and Kate seemed to be waning. Clearly, this royal duo's public image seems to be taking a hit. Interestingly enough, the same crowd that showed disregard towards the royal couple stood up when the players came in. It was a sight that would have been comical if it didn't carry such a weighty implication. The crowd, you see, wasn't too weak or unwell to rise. They were perfectly capable of doing so. They simply chose not to when the royal couple made their entrance. Picture this, a sea of faces, some filled with anticipation for the upcoming match, others with the casual indifference of seasoned spectators. But the moment the players step onto the court, it's as if a switch has been flipped. The very same people who remained seated when the royals made their grand entrance now rise to their feet. A standing ovation erupts, the applause thunderous and the cheers deafening. The contrast is stark, and the message is clear. This wasn't about a lack of respect for the game. No, tennis, after all, is a beloved sport with a rich history and a passionate following, nor was it a matter of health or physical ability. The crowd showed they were more than capable of standing to honour the players. So why the blatant disregard for the royal couple? It's a question that has been on many minds since that day. Some say it's a sign of shifting societal values, a growing indifference towards the monarchy, or even a subtle protest against the perceived privilege and entitlement of the royal family. Regardless of the reasons, one thing is clear. The crowd's actions were a deliberate choice, a statement made without uttering a single word. It was a bold act of defiance, a clear message to the royals, and a signal for all to see. The crowd's actions raised eyebrows and sent a clear message. This was not about inability, it was about choice. And that choice spoke volumes about the current state of public sentiment towards the royal couple. The world was watching, and in that moment, the crowd made sure their message was heard. The public's attitude towards the royal couple has been changing rapidly. It seems as if the once-adored duo is now facing a wave of public dissatisfaction. Let's delve into some potential reasons behind this shift in sentiment. First and foremost, their public appearances. Kate Middleton and Prince William have been known for their presence in high-profile events, such as Wimbledon. However, these public outings have been met with mixed reactions. Some find the couple's appearances endearing, a reminder of the tradition and continuity that the monarchy represents. Yet, others see these outings as unrelatable, a stark contrast to the everyday struggles of the common citizen. Next, we look at their actions. The royal couple's duties and responsibilities, while significant, often seem distant and disconnected from the general public. Many feel that the couple should actively engage in more relatable and impactful causes, rather than just gracing the courts of Wimbledon. Then there's the portrayal in media. The couple is often presented in a glamorous light, living a life of luxury and privilege. While their royal status certainly warrants a certain degree of glamour, this portrayal often alienates those who are not as fortunate. This constant media attention, coupled with the couple's perceived lack of relatability, has contributed to the public's growing tiredness. Lastly, the couple's handling of criticism. In an era where transparency and authenticity are highly valued, the royal couple's seemingly aloof response to criticism has not sat well with many. A more open and understanding approach could perhaps bridge the gap between the royals and the public. In conclusion, the public's growing tiredness of the royal couple seems to stem from a combination of their public appearances, actions, media portrayal, and their response to criticism. Perhaps the royal couple needs to re-evaluate their approach to public appearances. The royal couple's public image has been a topic of much discussion lately. With threads of their narrative woven into the public consciousness, it's impossible to ignore the role they play on the world stage. But like any public figures, their image isn't solely in their hands. It's crafted in the minds of the public, influenced by their actions, behaviours, and even the places they choose to show up. Over the years, we've seen this royal duo transition from a fairy tale romance into figures of controversy. From their days of blissful newlyweds, the couple's image has morphed, shaped by their actions and the public's perception. Their love story, once the stuff of fairy tales, has become a topic of heated debates, with their every move scrutinised and interpreted in myriad ways. The recent Wimbledon event is a perfect example of how their image is in flux. The couple's arrival was met with mixed reactions, a far cry from the adulation they once enjoyed. Some were indifferent, others seemed almost annoyed. The public's reaction was telling of the couple's wavering popularity. The couple's behaviour at the event also played a role in shaping their image. Their demeanour, interactions with the crowd, even their choice of attire, all contribute to the public's perception of them. It's these small nuances that add up, painting a picture of who they are in the public eye. But let's not forget, their image isn't just about them. It's a reflection of us, the public, and our collective values and expectations. It's a mirror that reflects our society, our hopes, and our criticisms. The royal couple's image is an intricate tapestry, woven with threads of public opinion, personal actions, and societal expectations. It's not static, but ever-evolving, shaped and reshaped by a multitude of factors. So where does this leave the royal couple's image? It's hard to say. What's clear is that their image, once steeped in romantic idealism, now stands on shaky ground. They've become figures of controversy, their every action a potential flashpoint. The royal couple's image seems to be at a crossroads. So, what does all this mean for Kate Middleton and Prince William? The public's response to the royal couple's appearance at Wimbledon has certainly sparked discussion. The lack of standing ovation for them, contrasted with the enthusiastic reception for the players, suggests a shifting public sentiment. The couple, who once enjoyed an almost untouchable status, are now seemingly viewed with a certain degree of indifference by some. This indifference might be a reflection of a larger societal change. People are increasingly questioning the relevance and value of traditional institutions, and the monarchy is no exception. The public is becoming more critical and less willing to blindly admire figures of authority. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It reflects a society that values accountability, transparency, and authenticity. As for the future of Kate Middleton and Prince William, it's hard to predict. They have weathered controversies and public scrutiny before, and they have always managed to bounce back. They are, after all, seasoned public figures who understand the ebbs and flows of public opinion. However, it's clear that they need to adapt to this changing landscape. They might need to rethink their public image, their relationship with the public, and how they engage with their audience. It's a balancing act between maintaining the dignity and decorum of their roles and showing a more relatable human side. Ultimately, the power lies in the hands of the public. Your opinion counts. Whether you're a staunch supporter of the royal couple or a critic, your voice matters. We encourage you to share your thoughts, your perspectives, and your insights. Let's keep the conversation going. In conclusion, the Wimbledon incident might just be a small blip in the grand scheme of things, or it could be indicative of a larger trend. Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the world of celebrity is ever-changing, and it's fascinating to watch it unfold. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all the latest celebrity scoops.